Hi, this is Lieutenant Colonel Rob Kirkland from ROTC Consulting. I'm here today with Dawn and Matt, Matt won a Air Force and an Army ROTC scholarship with the help of our consulting services at ROTC Consulting. So I wanted just to start off here, Dawn and Matt, with just some questions for you about ROTC Consulting. First is, how did you discover my consulting services, and what were you looking for in a consultant?
Well, Matthew was actually reading your book, The Insider's Guide to Army ROTC, because we weren't really sure. He said that this was the path that he wanted to go down, but we really weren't sure how to go about it. There's not too many people you can just call and say, hey, my kid wants to do ROTC. What do I have to do?
Yeah, so I mean, the book you're talking about is, you can find it on Amazon. I have a book on the Army and the Air Force. So Matt, you first saw the book on the Army side, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. And so then you saw that my name in there. There was some interesting and informative things in the book, and you decided then to take up my consulting services. So what do you think, Matt, in your opinion, was some of the benefits that you saw with my services that maybe went beyond what you read in the book?
Well, I definitely was looking for somebody to walk me through the ROTC process. Definitely had to conduct an interview with an Army ROTC officer. I definitely wanted some help with that. I just needed somebody to help me walk through it.
Okay. And I guess, my qualifications as a professor of military science fit the bill there, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. What was it like working with me for both of you? How did you like working with the ROTC Consulting and me in general?
It was definitely by far the best choice for me. You really sat down, had a one-on-one with me, explained to me how the process would work and what they're looking for, what they expect from future cadets.
Okay, great. And how would you say that I perhaps went the extra mile for you? Like, is there an example or two through this process where where it really paid off for you?
Yes, sir. The follow-up you had with me, asking questions like, did you get have you received a scholarship? Also, when you checked to see if the boards had closed yet, that really solidified things for me.
Oh, great, Matt. Would Dawn or Matt, would you recommend my services to someone else, to another candidate, maybe a rising high school senior who's interested in an ROTC scholarship?
Yes, absolutely, because you really did make it so much easier for us to weed through all the paperwork, with essays, to look over them, make sure that he touched on all of his key points. The interview was a great time for you to sit down with him one-on-one as an instructor or an interviewer and talk to him. That helped out tremendously, especially knowing that he was able to walk into an interview, know what was going to be expected of him, really calmed his nerves.
Yeah, Matt, maybe I know this is off our question, but when we practice the interview skills online, how close was that in parallel to what you experienced when you actually went down and did the interview itself?
Oh, that was very close. It was when I sat down and the officer started asking me the questions, it was just like our mock interview.
Okay, great. I mean, so you just had the answers and came in confident and prepared, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Well, that's exactly one of the goals that we want to do there, because the interviews for both Air Force and Army count for a tremendous amount of the overall scholarship applications for both. And so, clearly you're a success story for, the interview preparation in particular. So we'll wrap this up and just ask you, is there anything you'd like to add or any final thoughts you have about the ROTC consulting services?
I think it's a benefit for any public school, private school, homeschooled student to have somebody that has knowledge to walk them through this type of scenario, because even school counselors really don't have the knowledge to be able to say, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to start this in August. You can't wait until January to start this whole process. So I think that your services were great, just keeping us on our timeline as to what we needed to do and when.
Yeah. And a pretty good financial return, payoff on the end, given where Matt's at right now.
Absolutely. A 3-year Air Force to choose from, or a 4-year Army. So yes, it definitely has paid off.
Yeah, well, that's perfect. Well, thanks you two for, coming and taking out your time today to talk to me about this. Matt, I wish you the best of luck. You chose the Army ROTC scholarship, and you're just going to do an awesome job in college. And 4 years from now, you'll be a second lieutenant of the United States Army. So I'm sure, your parents are proud of you, and, we're looking forward to hearing about your successes in the future. So, so thanks so much for, for taking the time out today. And if you'd like more information about ROTC Consulting, please visit our website at rotcconsulting.com. Thanks.